Welcome in, lovely love. So, I streamlined this reading because I will be using a few different card decks here, but the intention of this reading was to find out what your significant other or divine counterpart has discovered about you. So, diving right in, our first message reads, "You are my soft landing, comfort, safety, and home wrapped up in one." So that's a beautiful revelation to discover. You're their soft place, you are their home, you are everything that they need as far as comfort and security, and even just that intimacy, whether you are physically connected or if there is a state of separation, this person considers you their home. And no matter where it is that they travel to or the distance between you, you will always be that safe place that they come back to. And they're discovering that as well, you know, within maybe even just reminiscing about your time together that you have shared with one another. Next, we have genuine authenticity, and this is almost like a humility type of message coming through here. Like, you are genuine, you are authentic, you are sovereign, you live in the autonomous freedom of yourself, and they're discovering that you don't give a F what anyone else thinks, says, how they perceive you, how they live their life. Even this person, right? You're gonna do what it is that you need to do for yourself in order to continue learning, loving, growing, and moving forward. So, next we have falling back into old cycles, beliefs, or patterns. There might be something from your past that is coming back up, and you are feeling the feels as you're working through them. And this person is noticing that that is taking place for you. That might even be a shared togetherness. They may be growing through the same sort of thing at this time. And next we have loyal and devoted. So, irregardless to the baggage that has presented itself or the shadow work that you are ascending through, you are loyal and devoted to being this genuine, authentic person, also to remaining in that soft, loving energy for this person, irregardless to if you are being pulled out of your energy field. In a certain regard, you still are remaining in that loving energy. So now we have progress over perfection. And the fact that these messages are coming up, it may mean that you are loyal and devoted to your mission and your journey. As well, it may mean, just in terms of work, it could mean with them specifically. So I just wanted to make mention to use discernment with each of the messages and readings received. You may meditate and pray on them to make sure that they truly belong to you. But they may see you working if you are in a state of separation, and they are able to either remote view you, telepathically connect to you, have divination on you. They may be viewing what is taking place for you in your life at this time. If you are in connection, obviously, then you are sharing with them what is taking place. But I can honestly say that I feel as though this particular reading is in regards to a state of separation. We'll see what happens when we pull other messages here. Next, we have your ambition and drive is unmatched. And going back to this progress over perfection, this person is discovering that Maybe you have had a bit of a perfectionism illusion going on, and you're progressing over holding on to that perfectionist mindset, even though it may take you a few takes to get things dialed in the way that you want to. They understand and respect the fact that you are progressing and you're not holding like such a, I guess you could say, jaded perception within that perfectionism. Like, you understand that you are human and we are human beings as well. So it's not always about doing, it's about doing and being and finding that equal balance between both of them. So, next we have use discernment. So, they see you and they discover that you are someone that uses discernment in every area, in every walk of life, in every way, shape, form, and capacity. You're not someone to make hasty decisions. You're someone that really processes and allows for yourself to take in the information, even if you have to wait on something for a few hours or a day or two. So you may be that type of person that once you get a text message from someone, you're not that type of person that's just gonna have the impulse to text back right away. You're gonna use discernment. You're gonna really feel into what messages you received and how you should proceed ahead. So they are discovering that you are someone who is discerning. Next, we have zero obligation is required at all. So maybe you're even using discernment when it comes to this person. You may even be like gifting them, I was gonna say like love bombing tendencies, but I don't mean it in the way that you're like love bombing them just to receive a response. Uh, they just want you to know that like your presence is enough. You don't have to do a single thing more. Zero obligation at all, and all is underlined, is required. So you don't have to be anything but who it is that you are. And the last message down here says seasons change. So this may be someone from your past, and seasons change and they want to love you through them all. They may have changed their perception about you. You may have known each other in a different energy frequency, and you may have been residing on both, on different vibrations and different waves, but you may now be coming into alignment with one another. As well, that seasons change may mean that you are just maturing emotionally, you are growing through what it is that you are going through, or even as the next season comes into change, this person will be discovering all of this about you. All right, so let's see here what messages our divine counterpart has, not only for us as far as what they discovered, but give us some signifying and clarifying messages as to who it could be. All right, so Holy Spirit, please align us. Wow. Okay. Thank you so much. I didn't even get to say anything, but Spirit is on. So we have a small to medium build. That may even be you that is tuning in. If it's not you, it is your divine counterpart. Maybe they discovered that you're small, medium build. Um, but it doesn't have to be. It may just be someone that is in your energy field. So, regardless if it's you, if it's them, or if it's someone else. Okay, so now we have large to extra large build. So we have the small to medium build and the large to extra large build. that may be both of you that are showing up in this reading. Now we have don't make any, this is crazy because I just talked about this and I love when the universe and spirit work together and my higher self on my behalf so that the things that I speak about actually come through because I'm on that wave, right? So that in itself is validation. Um, but anyway, it says don't make any rash decisions. Take your time and use discernment on what and who to trust. So when I was speaking about that discernment down there, that's what I was talking about. That may even be the seasons change. Like you may have been in more trusting energy before, and you might have found yourself being betrayed or played, or somebody was just pulling on your energy because they may have been aware of something occurring for you futuristically, and they may have been trying to intercede, intercept, or cause a disruption or chaos in a certain regard. But do take the messages as they are resonant. Now they discovered that you are the secret weapon. So you are that secret sauce, right? That secret ingredient in the recipe that just makes everything come to life. Like you are that chef's kiss in the spice cabinet. Now, this one says sexual frustration, sexual healing. So that's either you or them. They may be discovering that you are in need of sexual healing because you're sexually frustrated, or they may be finding sexual healing through their frustration with fantasizing about you, or when you are brought into union or reunion, the frustration that one or both of you may be embodying may be healed together. Okay, so hopefully that made sense. Ooh, now we have, damn baby, from your head to your toes, you're out of control. You got it going on in more ways than you know, and the you is underlined there, so they definitely want to make sure that you know that it is you who they choose. Again, irregardless to the length of time span that you may be in separation, if that applies, and no matter the distance between you. So, this is them discovering that they want you to meet and reach them where they are at. So, it's like they want you to meet them in the middle and allow for your intuitive guidance, the guidance of your spirit team, your higher self, and even like that telepathic communication and connection. Allow for yourself to be open to receive. Say, universe, I am open to receiving any energetic messages in alignment with my divine counterpart for our greater good. And you never know, the universe will in turn deliver that for you. But you also have to make sure too that you have done the shadow work, that you are in receptive mode, that your chakras are balanced and in alignment, that your energy is grounded, and that you have the mindset that everything is working out for you and in the betterment of what is to be, because the best of your life has not even been cultivated yet. All right. So our last message in this deck is 6-7 Cancer, June 21st to July 22nd. Now, this may indicate that you or your divine counterpart is a Cancerian in the zodiac. but it doesn't have to. This time span right now, we are in Cancerian energy. So we just moved into the Cancer season, right? So when it says seasons change, we just came out of Gemini season and moved into Cancer season. So do be mindful as to how this may align for you. So this right here provides clarification and validation as to the messages already received, though it may provide something additional to what has already come up. So Spirit, let's see, what messages can we receive in discovery from our divine counterparts and any other messages? Ooh, I thought I had some flippers. I did. Let's see here. Oh, wow. Damn. Oh my goodness. Okay. I wasn't expecting to do this long of a reading with all of these clarifying messages. So I think that I may just take some. I don't know. I may. Wow, this is a lot, guys. All right. So I may just go through this a little bit quickly. Hopefully I can get through this all. I don't typically take this many for validation and clarification. That's just a bit excessive, but we'll see how far we get. All right. So this says, because my phone is about to die, so I'm on a time limit, but I may continue after it dies or plug it in. We have generational cycles and societal programming are blocking a connection. So when it comes to falling back into old cycles, beliefs, or patterns, that may be what is blocking this connection currently. As well, work obligations. Work obligations may be a part of that generational and ancestral societal programming. When we are in avoidant energy, sometimes we use that as a defense mechanism, and that becomes a third party in between you and your significant other and your relationship. Next is stop comparing. So stop comparing yourself to anyone, because perfectionism is an illusion, and so is comparison, because we are all created differently. We are made by divine design, and so none of us are made equal, right? We're made equal in that we are all the same, but we are made different in that we are divinely co-created by a masterful craftsman who cherry picks each thing that makes us who we are, and no one else on the face of this planet can even compare to what it is that we are, the essence of what we embody, and how we carry ourselves in this world. Now we have loving you is my favorite thing. So that's pretty self explanatory, right? You are their favorite thing, and loving you is their favorite thing. Now we have past baggage, which we've already talked about. And even though they're going and growing through that, and you as well, you may find each other to be a soft landing while you are kind of like moving through that darkness and into the light. So now this one says, you are my everything. So you are everything to them, and you are their favorite as well. Now we have no. I am not sure where this no could fall in alignment. No, stop comparing. No, you may be misaligned at this time, because individually you may have past baggage that needs to be worked through. That may be a shared togetherness. More often than not, if it is a twin flame or a soulmate connection, there are things that are mirrored between the both of you. So it's not just one of you that is growing through certain things. And in order for you to reach a level playing field, you will both be needing to do the required work that is necessary. Okay, so now we have self-awareness and self-sabotage. So there may be self-sabotage going on, and you may need to lean in on self-awareness. There may be an imposter syndrome taking place from a jaded perspective due to the cycles and societal conditioning and things like that. That needs to be released as well. What else? As well, we wear false masks in this false reality when we are conditioned to the illusions here. So when I speak about that in my readings, in no way, shape, or form is that in a judgmental way. That just means that we were basically raised in a situation where we were conditioned to beliefs that are not really true. As well, the past baggage may mean rejection wounds, abandonment wounds. Sometimes we have humiliation wounds that span lifetimes. Sometimes there are vows of poverty that other people set on us from past lifetimes or other lifetimes that cause separation, and things like that to occur now, currently, where we are. We're not even fully in the know of where these things are rooted. So do be mindful of that. By divine design, divine timing. So if this connection is supposed to come back into union or reunion, I'm feeling it's a reunion vibe, but it will, by divine design and in divine timing. And in fact, if this is a divine intervention that caused the separation, it was for a reason, so that you would work through the past baggage that maybe one or both of you did not have self-awareness about before. So this next message reads, I miss your touch. So whether you have been in physical touch or you were able to touch this person energetically, they miss you. They miss your vibe. They miss how you lit up around them. They miss how you lit them up. You are and have that magnetic attraction to where when you walk into a room, you influence the energy of the entire community within and around you. And that is something that's not, it's like incomparable. You're unforgettable to them. Unforgettable, is it Luther Vandross may apply, or is that Marvin Gaye? I can't remember. I believe it's Luther. You're my real life dream come true. Ooh, that is so special. Now, you are their everything, you are their favorite, and you are their wish dream fulfillment. Next, we have toxic connection. So, in the state that it is in right now, it is toxic because there are jaded perceptions, conditions, societal programming, ancestral, generational, past wounds and baggage. There may even be things from childhood, like inner child healing from trauma, that needs to take place. Stop worrying and stressing over an attachment to an outcome. So, que sera, sera. That's what I heard earlier in my mind. Like, what will be, will be. Just let the universe guide you and lead you to where it is that you need to be. You are the sunshine of my life. That is a lyric from a Stevie Wonder song. I think it's Sunshine of My Life. If you wanted to look that song up for additional lyrics that may align. Now we have text message, email, or social media message. So this person will or has sent you a message. Whether you receive that message or not, I'm not sure. There have been other readers that I've been tuned into just recently that had stated that messages between you and a divine counterpart have not been received. And what was even more crazy about that was that somebody is that advanced that they were able to tune into their third eye, and they realized by this attunement, I don't know if I said that right. Attunement is in Reiki. Maybe they got attuned in Reiki. They got like a tune, like a level up in attunement, and that's how they were able to perceive these messages that they never received. But there was also an indication that there were messages that you never received either. So do take the messages as they align. But this may mean that in this Cancerian season of the seasons change, that you may receive a message of communication. Now we have your dream job, career, or position is on its way to you, and the financial gain will be high. This person may know of this, they may have discovered this about you. All of these things may be things that they discovered about you, uh, that you have this past baggage, even that you may be in a toxic connection or may have been in a toxic connection before, that you may be comparing yourself, right? So again, there are a multifaceted ways that these messages may align. But your significant other, like your divine counterpart, you may have a divine contract to come together and work together in a career based aspect as well. You may be that power couple, just that um, example of leading in unconditional love to make profound change in this world in a certain regard. I do apologize, these are not in any order here. Typically, I like to keep them that way. Now we do have divine intervention, right? I spoke about that. So again, here we go with the universe and spirit. Thank you so much. Aligning the clarification that needs to come through. They themselves have discovered that there was a divine intervention as well that has taken place. So now we have mutually supportive, caring connection. Again, that may be with this person, that may be with someone else. You may have been in a toxic connection before this person, and this person may be the caring connection. Or in the beginning, when you first connected, it may have been toxic, and now it's the seasons change that it has elevated into a mutually caring connection. Now we have You Are My Guiding Star. If you hear anything in the background, I do have and my camera is bouncing right now, I have a dog that is traversing around, and I have a child. Well, he's grown, he's a grown man, but he's my child, and he is playing video games in the basement. Sometimes he gets a little loud. I do my best to try to combat that when I edit my videos, but it doesn't always translate through. You are their guiding star. You may also be starseed light warriors, so that may also be a part of the career-based divine work aspect that is connected to you. There's a lot of blue and purple coming through in this reading. You're being encouraged to heal past wounds to come into alignment. I already spoke about that, and neither of you can expect to have the extended version of each other without doing the required work that's necessary. Timeless, infinite love. So this love spans lifetimes, and it is an eternal, deep soul bond. Wearing a mask, I had already spoke about that earlier when we talked about the self-sabotage. They're either wearing a mask now, or they were, or this is something that they discovered about you, from your past, or both of you were wearing masks in the past. Do take the messages as they are, resonant, and apply. I love when I catch you looking at me. So again, whether you are in physical connection or not, maybe there's a way that they see you looking at their pictures, or even if they do like social work, if they're a content creator in a certain regard, they can feel you pulling on their energy, and then they tap in and they know that you are right there with them at that exact moment in time. Now we have your only job is to keep your heart open and be in receptive mode. We spoke about that. I don't want to be too redundant, but I do want to go over these because they are clarifying and validating, and they are things that this person is discovering. You may even be discovering things about this person that are coming up in this reading, or everything that is showing up here as well. Your inner light is illuminating a light onto someone's shadows. Sometimes that can be triggering, and I apologize if that's happening for you or this person, but this person is seeing the things that they need to change and what should have taken place previous, and they are in regret for maybe not seeing you in the fullness or the highest vantage point of love at that time. They may have been wearing the false mask and, have that jaded perception from what it is that they were growing through. You may both have faced great adversity in your life and be moving through insecurity and doubt. And even like an elusive thought about yourself that's not true that may have been keeping you from coming into full alignment. So now we have take a risk. This person is discovering that you take the risks as well. They may take the risk with communication and having that open field of communication between you. External influences are blocking this connection. That is the past baggage that needs to be worked through, even as far as the work obligation. Somebody may have thrown themselves into work so much that they may have not even known where to begin healing or even how to begin healing. So one of you is significantly further advanced than the other in your healing processes. Now we have loyal and devoted. So that came up here twice. I know that was in here before. Okay. Loyal and devoted, loyal and devoted. Typically, when two messages show up in a reading together, one is for you and one is for your divine counterpart, and it is a shared togetherness. So remember how I said my phone was dying, my flash just went out. I don't know how much longer I have, but I'm going to try to get through at least the next 2 cards, maybe even 3, and then I'll go from there. I still have, a bunch more here. This next one says, celebrate, you got the job, career, or position. We already talked about that. So that's another card that came through. So that, is for both of you, and that is a shared togetherness now as far as a career and doing divine work. Dive in deep. Dive in deep to working on the things that are no longer serving so that you don't carry them with you into this connection. Dive in deep to your shadows so you can move through them and into the light. Love at first sight. So this person, from the very moment that they saw you, they knew that you were the one, and maybe even you as well with them. Love comes to us in a multitude of ways from infinite sources. Appreciate and be grateful for every love source. So energetically, physically, emotionally, spiritually, socially, empathically even, you can receive love in a multitude of ways. Make sure you're taking the time to count your blessings and leaning in on that attitude of gratitude. Next, we have unpack baggage and lighten your load a bit, which is what we've been speaking about. That's like the gist of this whole reading. You are my greatest and sweetest escape. So I think that was like the second time that you got something about being a sweet escape. Anytime that they have available moments throughout their day, they find themselves just falling into fantasy about you. And even when they don't want to, it's like you somehow pull on their heartstrings. Where you go, I'll follow, no matter how far. And this is a lyric from her, and oh my gosh, I can't remember the gentleman's name. I was gonna say Khalid, but I don't think that's who it is. I will figure it out and I'll put in this video who sings it with her. But you may look into this song for further lyrics that may align. Next we have don't settle for less. So don't settle for less in life and love and your career. And that goes back to that toxic connection. If this person is toxic, use your discernment. Be sure that they're actually doing the inner work that is required. You make me want to be a better person and person. So you may help each other out and continue to grow when you are in union, but it is essential for you to do your separate healing work first. Now we have, I want to travel, explore, and play with you. So your work and career may include travel, but they also want to play with you. Like, so it's not just going to be all work and no play. Ghosting. So this person may have ghosted you in the past, or when they come through with this communication, you may feel like you are in unstable energy at that time and you may ghost them. They may have ghosted you in the past and you may be giving them a taste of their own medicine because you're unsure how to take them coming back into your realm of reality. We have unhealthy boundaries. So this person may be remote viewing or spying on you in a certain regard, and that is unhealthy. They may discover that you are the one that has unhealthy boundaries. You may be like a people pleaser or have a role in your life where you have to like be that responsible party. They may have to have been that responsible party. They may have a financial obligation that's external to them, have to take care of family, but that's coming through there as well, as far as like the cycles and all of the other things that's taking place. Even in regards to that work obligation, be open to receiving love, be empowered in self-love. Self-love is the catalyst for a happier and more meaningful life and relationships. We have joy, love, happiness, and prosperity are our birthright. If you have a blockage in any area, chakras may need to be explored. We talked about that healthy, loving union. So this may have been toxic, but it's moving into a healthy, loving union. This person may have discovered with you, this is a healthy, loving union. They may be coming from a toxic connection. You're one in a million. Your love is the best I ever had. We have eternally grateful. So that's the second grateful card that came through. Intimate on sight, which is what I was going to say when I said love at first sight, but I held back. True love. I don't have the rest of the card. I cut it for something, but that's crazy that that came through. Fill your own love cup until it overflows, then give from your abundant overflow. That is how it should be when you fill yourself with self-love. Your energy is irresistible. Remember how I said you're unforgettable, and that's undeniable to them. Our love was written in the stars. So again, with the stars that came through, communication is coming. So this is validation and clarification and verification. That communication is coming. That's twice that that came through. Love is on the horizon. So love is in the air, circulating the very core of your being. And it's ripe for new and old lovers and new and old love. And lastly, I'm so grateful that I got through this. I'm sorry for ever hurting you. If given the chance, I promise to make it up to you. I love you. So, with this closing message, this indicates that there is definitively a period of separation. They regret whatever caused this to come to a period of separation. Again, I stated that that could be the divine intervention that came through. It may have happened after you got ghosted, or it may be what caused the ghosting to occur because one or both of you were wearing a false mask due to the jaded perceptions and illusions from the conditioned false self. So, you may be bringing this back into alignment, like I said, in this season's change of the Cancerian season. Thank you for joining me for these messages. I do not have any other social media, so you will find me here on YouTube at Sacred Love 8 only. And I will never reach out to you. Comments have been muted due to trolls and spam, and the only payment option that I have is through Ko-fi, so you may make payments for extended readings, tips, or personal readings at ko-fi.com/sacred love. If I may remind you, at the heart of the universe, love is the ultimate truth that transcends all boundaries. Bye for now. Okay, so I wanted to come back on and just speak about what I saw on the top of the deck because it was interesting to me. So, the top of the deck here says be unapologetic. So, be unapologetic in who it is that you are while being brave and overcoming your challenges as well. Be open to embrace change. Change is the only inevitable constant in life. So, you can either embrace it or be pulled with the tide. So these were the three cards that were on the bottoms of the decks that I used. I do apologize if it is a little bit shaky. I have my phone on the charger and I'm recording differently. Like it's not in my stand, it's in my hand. But the first one here says sunny side of life. So they want you to look to the sunny side of life, but you may be in your sunny disposition. You may just be embodying that. That's the essence of who it is that you are, and that's what they are discovering. But this one was really sweet. Yes, you will be held and carried in softness. So that was interesting to receive that. And now we have I am yours today, tomorrow, and always. I love you. So check this out, guys. These were all turned over. Oh my God, I can't believe it says turn over. These were all turned over on the bottom of that deck. So I'm going to take them and we're going to run with it. I know that I said that I was finished, but obviously these turned over for a significant reason, right? Or else they wouldn't have been turned over. So this top one says, you turn me on like no other. So when it comes to intimate vibes, you are always the one that comes through in regards to fantasy and fantasizing. And I did speak about that in this reading. Avoid conflict. So if this person comes in and they're in energy that's not so soft or receptive, use discernment on how it is that you should proceed, or if you should proceed at all. Try not to argue or bring up things from the past that really probably don't even hold any relevancy anymore, right? This may even indicate that you may start afresh and anew. It may be a recommendation to do so. When you are able to, you may even like meet each other for the first time, like play a little role play where you go to your favorite barista. I'm sorry, your favorite, yeah, your favorite barista, um, your favorite bar, your favorite restaurant, your favorite park, or whatever, and pretend that you're meeting all over again and starting from scratch. I wanted to jump back here to the sunny side of life. There's a card actually in this deck that speaks about feeling the sun from both sides. So that can apply here. And the sun may also be relevant or resonant. The sun, the moon, and the stars have been coming up in my readings quite often. And even going back here, you are the sunshine of my life. So now we have this is an infinite soul bond connection. I spoke about that. You and me together through the days and nights. I don't worry because everything's going to be all right. And that is a lyric from Alicia Keys. The fact that all of these songs are coming through here may indicate that somebody is musically inclined. You may each hold different skill sets or abilities in a certain career or job. And when you come together, that may be like a life changing plot twist vibe to where that is the season's change. But if you are feeling the call, you may look up this song and look into the aligning lyrics that may be resonant for you. Okay, so I have this coin. It says, zoom out to see life as it really is. And it looks like the thinking man with a maze in his brain. So just depict it as that you're only focused on one little central area. So you're not getting the vantage point of perspective instead of viewing like it's almost like somebody's viewing just the bird. They need to get that bird's eye view above everything, or they're viewing just a tree, but they're not seeing the mountains, the water, the this, the that, right? So be mindful, zoom out to see life as it really is. With you, my soul is content and my heart is at peace. You're all I'll ever need. Okay, so because all of me loves all of you, love your. This one says, and I have to move it around a little bit because of my candle and everything else. I'm terribly sorry I never meant to hurt or dismiss you or your feelings. I live in regret every day, wondering if you could ever forgive me. Didn't I speak about someone being in regret? There we go. Soul deep. I spoke about that. It's a soul deep, infinite, eternal bond that you have that spans lifetimes. So that means this is a twin flame or soulmate. And even though you are in physical separation, it is a perceived separation because you never are truly separate from one another. I spoke about this. Now it's coming up, spying. So this person is spying on you somehow. I don't know. I can't give specifics. Only you would know, but there is a way that this person is spying on you. And that doesn't always mean that it's in a regard that is like creepy, but this may indicate a secret admirer with hidden emotions that never openly expressed how they felt towards you. Now we have unequal balance, which we know that because one of you is more advanced in your healing journey than the other. So you may be the more emotionally mature one, and they are learning and growing as they overcome. Healing comes in waves. Have patience with yourself and counterpart as you ascend in your healing journey. Yeah, sometimes people think healing has to happen overnight or by a certain time frame, and that's just an unrealistic expectation because time is elusive and there's so much emphasis on that in this matrix reality, but this love obviously spans lifetimes, right? So healing can take lifetimes as well. So do be mindful of that. I hate that that's kind of like a message that's like hit you in the gut kind of thing, but just keep that in mind. Like, if you think something should have already occurred, maybe it really should not have, because one or both of you still has inner work that needs to be done. Now we have ready to commit. This is amazing because I do have a card in here that says commitment issues. They're ready to commit, but not only that, they may realize and recognize that you are ready to commit to them as well. Flowing, not forcing. So they recognize that being in flowful energy and having to come correct when it comes to this communication and even the energetic frequencies that they are sending to you, it has to be flowful. It can't be forced because you're going to be in resistance if that's the case. Bam. How many times have I said twin flame or soulmate? How many times have I said emotionally immature? Cold-hearted. So this person may be at a level that is well underneath where it is that you have ascended to, but it's from their jaded perception of conditions. And of course, we know that there still needs to be work done. Zoom out to see the full picture. Allow yourself to gain clarity and focus through a different perspective lens. So allow for yourself to see the full picture and not just one part of it, right? Let me see if I can find my coin. Curves and all your edges, all of your perfect imperfections by John Legend is coming up. I'm not sure of the title of the song, but I may look that up and include it, or you may on your own time. So you are their contentment, you are their peace, and you are all that they will ever need. So basically, maybe they have established everything else in their life, and the only thing that they are still waiting on is a loving divine counterpart. Radical self-love. We had self-love. I spoke about self-love. Self-love is not always easy. Self-love sometimes requires us to get serious with ourselves and again to dive into the shadow aspects and overcome the shit that no longer serves. Release it so that we can allow for new energy to come in. Expect the unexpected. So remember, there was a message that said, do not have any expectations over an outcome. Just be in your flowful energy. When you're in gratitude, that allows for you to remain in that flowful energy. So you're not forcing anything and you're allowing for the chips to fall where they may. You're overqualified for the position and the divine is protecting you because you're not in alignment. So currently at this time, of course, you're not in alignment because someone else has their inner work to do. Maybe this person knows that you're overqualified and the divine is protecting you. That's that divine alignment, divine design, and by divine time, if this is meant to come back around, it will, again, in the Cancerian season. Now we have faith over fear. So always remember, it's faith over fear, love over hate, life over death. Someone dreams, damn, I can't believe this message came out. All right. Someone dreams of having the extended version of you, but is unwilling to do their own inner work. That's crazy because I spoke about that. But maybe they just don't know where to begin. They don't even know what is rooted where, why their impulses are what they are. They may not even have the understanding of a condition a cycle, a pattern, you know. They have to do their inner work though. Like there's no bypassing it. There is none. They can't just idly go with the flow of life on your behalf, right? Because that's going to cause you restriction and constriction in a certain regard. They have to do the inner work that is required. Now we have financial independence and freedom. So this person may be aware that you are on the brink of the financial independence and freedom individually or together as a united front and a divine couple. And our last one here, I am yours today, tomorrow, and always. I love you. I think this might have been a part of one of the ones that I already went over. Um, but that's a beautiful way to end the reading as well. Like they want you to know that they will love you or that they already love you for your past, your present, and your future, and that you are the one that they want, need, wish, fantasize about, desire, and will be coming into alignment with if they are able to do the inner necessary work that is required. Because I wasn't able to get a true bottom of the deck one because the others were flipped over, I did grab this one. It says your counterpart isn't ready and still has healing to do before the divine will allow union. And that basically is what we have been speaking about here at the end of this reading. I have different forms of letters in here. I have these letters. I have names that I will be putting inside a bag and picking from as well. I think I might grab some messages from here and even some heart messages. So I know I said I was just going to do those other channeled messages, but I want to see what else can come out here for clarification or validation for us. As you can see, an abundance of heart messages showed up here, and my phone is still dying, but I also got the letters over here and the names in the bags. So without further ado, let's dive in. The first one we got here is live by the stars, love by the moon, and it almost looks like the North Star or a compass in the middle. So you may both be the starseed light warriors and you come alive in the nighttime. That may even be when you energetically align. Now we have somehow you always know the perfect thing to say and the perfect way to be. So this person thinks that you are absolutely perfect, and there's not one thing that they would change about you. In fact, if they could, they would have cherry picked each and everything about you that is the essence of who you are. When I follow my heart, it leads me to you, you and me, and then there's a you, heart, and me. The color red or a red heart may be significant. It may be used as an emoji. Following my heart's truest calling brought me to deep connection with you. It's a heartfelt expression of love and destiny. I'm so happy I listened to and followed my inner calling that led me straight to you. I just did a video where I had all of my tools showcased, and Destiny was one of the names that came out. So that can be in reference to Destiny. I'm curious now to see what names come up here to end this reading. But obviously, this is speaking of a soul deep connection and a heartfelt expression. They are happy that they listened to what it was that their inner intuitive guidance was leading them to. And even looking here where it says like that led me straight to you, that reminds me of Bless the Broken Road by Rascal Flatts. That's forever like a soundtrack that I just come back to from time to time. If you can't already tell, I am significantly connected to music. I actually had, it was probably like 500 and they were really cool. Some were cassettes, there were messages, and I was able to create readings with music messages, but I streamlined and I got rid of those. I also did the same thing with movies and made those messages and could turn those into a reading as well. But I no longer do that. So RIP to the music and movie messages. Now we have Aquarius, another zodiac sign coming through your reading. This green heart here says, I see all the little things you do and I appreciate them more than you know. And there's a heart there. So they love you for all of the finite details that maybe other people overlook. Here we have, you are my sun, my moon, and all of my stars, E.E. Cummings. So I don't know how many cards now that have all, the word all come through. But again, and I spoke about it before with the sun, moon, and stars coming through readings significantly lately. Now we have work hard and dream big. And the fact that there's a star above, below, and to the sides of and is indicating again that you have this divine contracted work with your divine counterpart, but also that you are starseed light warriors. Now we have sending hugs, kisses, and smiles to someone who's beautiful inside and out. XOXO. So they are sending you intimate vibes, but just even more than that, protection, safety, security. They want you to feel content and in love in their energy. Now we have Pisces as the next zodiac sign to come through. And this one, I have to kind of turn it to read it. It's done purposefully for a reason. So let's do this. My love for you goes beyond words. It's in the way my heart races when I hear your voice. The way my world feels complete when you're near. You've given me more than I ever deserved, and I'll spend every day showing you endless love. So this may be coming from the person that ghosted you. And again, you may have been the one that has been like love bombing them, but not in an attempt to receive anything in return, just so that they know that they are loved without a shadow of a doubt and that they don't have to do anything to receive that love. But this is indicating the infinite, deep soul bond, eternal connection that spans lifetimes. Next, I close my eyes and you are before me. Physical separation cannot dwindle the love we share. So again, that is stating that there is a physical separation, and eye contact may even be relevant here in this reading. The fact that they had given a message prior to that they love when they catch you looking at them. So next we have, I just hope you know how much I appreciate and love you so much. XOXO. So that's twice now with the X's and O's. Now we have, you have what it takes. So you have what it takes to live the very best and truth of yourself in this world, and to offer that in service as a form of a career as well. You have what it takes to continue ascending, evolving, and expanding as well. You have what it takes to be a perfect divine counterpart for this person. Next, we have, if I had to start over and choose someone to share my life with, I'd choose you every single time. And you is underlined. The fact that it says I choose you, there's a song by Kiana Lede called I Choose You. So there may be lyrics within that song that align or apply here. So we have Cancer as a significant zodiac sign coming through. It came through in the other cards, and now it's coming through again. That may even indicate that someone definitively is a Cancerian, and within this Cancerian seasons change, you may hear from this Cancerian. But it doesn't have to be, right? Because we have Pisces and we also have Aquarius. Our last message here for these kind of messages is I miss you more than words can say, but I find comfort in knowing we'll be together soon. Until then, my heart beats for you alone. So they want you to know that even though you are in this state of separation, there is no one else. And they do miss you, but the fact that they know that you're going to be brought back into reunion, it is the love that bridges the distance between you. Okay, so we have CH at the top, DCBOYHIWLJY, SQFIKH, and CL. I see DC for Washington. I think WI could even be for Washington or Wisconsin. Obviously, there was a boy, so somebody may be a DC boy, but we also have CH twice. So it could be like chill, will. I see joy. CH could stand for Chris. KY for Kentucky. FI for Finland. HI for Hawaii. And down here we have BESTORY and RU. So somebody may even be a storyteller or an author or a writer. If you would like, you may take a screenshot of the letters that came through, but I just wanted to take a little bit of time to speak about them and the fact that I've been equating them to different states. There are a multitude of multifaceted ways that these letters and even the names and numbers may align and be resonant and relevant. So, in addition to somebody's name being spelled out or their first name, middle name, last name, or initials, there may also be signifying words that connect to that person or that connect you to that person, like something that's a togetherness that you know of. If we put this here, right, maybe you guys were besties and bestie aligns in a certain regard. Maybe the person, their first name started with a CH. It could have been Charles or Charlie, or you know what I mean? You can take the letters and put them together in a number of different ways as well. But they there are so many different ways. Like I've had French fries come through. I've had um, like KFC for Kentucky Fried Chicken. I've had city, states, countries. I've had like French fries from BK come through. And when BK comes through, sometimes it's for like the Boogie Down Bronx. Um, there are, just so many different ways that they could align for you and your specific situation. But do only take what is resonant and applies. Don't try to make something work, that wouldn't. Down here, I see Rory. So that might be a name of someone, of an animal. It almost reminds me of like a dinosaur's name. Um, I guess you would need ROAR, but it could be RORY. Anyway, ST for street. You could literally, I think, spell out style without the E. The fact that the C, Y, and L, C, Y, actually, you can spell cycle. We were talking about cycles here. So C, Y, and then we have two C's, so whichever one, C, L or L, and then E, right? So you're moving through cycles at this time. Trying to see. Rod could be for Rodney, XL. L and XL, remember we had the large and the extra large. We have an S there that could represent small. We have two S's actually. So we have two S's, two R's, two L's, two C's, three H's, and I'm sorry, four O's. So there you go. If you would like to take a screenshot, you may. As well, other names may come through or signifying things. Um, so if it would be like DOG, dog, just different ways that things can connect and align here. Spirit, please guide my hands to the names that align for the collective that is tuned in for this reading, their divine counterpart or their names. What names can come through? Okay. Okay, so these are the names that I was able to get. Stephanie or Steph, Mo, Susan or Sue, Brett, Seth, Christina or Christine, Chrissy or Chris, Katie, Kate, William or Will, Tammy, Donald or Don or Donnie. We have Jasmine, so they could go as Jazzy, Jan, Darwin, Candace or Candy, Jerry. We have Craig, John or Jonathan or Johnny, Skylar or Sky, and Wayne. So I just wanted to take a moment and speak about how the names can align and connect. It could be you, a divine counterpart, someone in your energy, family members, couples that are either together now or were in the past. There could be names of people that you come in contact with, or even someone that is helping to bring you and your divine counterpart into alignment. There may be names of sister, brother, aunt, uncle, friends that are connected, people who have passed on, who are lovingly guiding you together. I have even had names of significant politicians or things that were happening, at the time that someone else was supposed to be brought into connection or alignment with someone else. Names have showed up in movies, on TV shows, in books, on items bought from stores. When you're out and about and you're traversing, you come upon something, you see something on a billboard, on a truck. There's so many different ways that these align. I met a neighbor with the name, a barista with the name. I've had angel names come through. I have April, May, June, and Joy that, kind of have different meanings. As well, Jan could even go for or stand for January. Unfortunately, and it chokes me up every time that I talk about it, but before Malcolm Jamal Warner and Charlie Kirk passed away, when I was doing my readings, their names came up when I was doing readings, their names came up in the readings. So that's just wild to me. But here you go. These are the names that I got for your reading. Thank you for your presence and joining me here. I look forward to what Spirit has for you next. And if I may remind you, at the heart of the universe, the ultimate truth is love that transcends all boundaries. Bye for now.